My favorite movie of all times is Hook, the 1990s movie Hook with Robin Williams. Right, that's my favorite movie of all times. I can watch that movie anytime, any day, anywhere. Right, I love that movie. But my favorite scene in that movie is when towards the middle end of the movie, right? Robin Williams, Peter Pan, he had the teddy bear in his hand, right? Because he had to remember a happy thought. Now, he didn't officially become Peter Pan again until like the middle ending of the movie, right? All along, the movie started with him being a businessman, a bit of a nerd, right? But he had to go into a dark place in order to find his worth, his self-worth, I guess you could say, right? So he's holding a teddy bear towards the middle end of the movie, and he finally found his happy thought. And just like that, he remembered that he was Peter Pan. He was the man. He was the shit. He remembered that he was the guy that had it all, right? And I can relate to that because I recently lost my happy thought. I recently lost my mojo, right? I recently, I guess you could say I lost my self-worth in a sense, right? Now, this year, 2023, has hands down, been one of the worst years of my life, right? Hands down. I lost my Jehovah's Witness family and friends, right? I got rejected by 2 potential lovers this year. Not once, but twice. One is still a Jehovah's Witness. The other one isn't, right? But I got rejected nonstop from my family, my Jehovah's Witness friends, 2 potential lovers. That didn't work out. Like, this has not been my year. It's been constant rejection, right? And like I said, I lost my mojo. But I'm thankful that even though I'm in a somewhat dark place, right? I'm thankful that I still love myself. Now, even though people may not see my self-worth, this is why it's important that you have to see your self-worth. You have to love yourself, right? Like, I'm down, but I'm not out. You know, I feel like I lost my self-worth in a sense. I know I'm a good-hearted person, right? I know I'm a good friend to people. I could be a good lover, right? I know this. But despite of everything that has happened this year, I think it's natural. I think anybody would be in a dark place if they lost their family, if they lost their Jehovah's Witness friends, right? If they knew 2 females for 10 plus years, right? You was friends with them for 10 plus years, and you tried to pursue a relationship, it didn't work out, right? And you got hurt. So I think that's natural. I think it's natural for anybody to lose their mojo after everything that I just experienced, right? But like I said, I do love myself, and you know, when you leave the religion, when you leave any high controlled religion, well, especially Jehovah's Witnesses, right? They always tell you, have a support system. Make sure you have friends outside the organization before you just leave, right? Now, I had that already. I had that support system. I was already prepared. I knew I was going to lose my family and friends, right? I already knew it was going to happen, right? And it's good to have a support system. You need that. You know, that's not option. That's mandatory. That's something that you need. You know, because people need love. People need friends, right? So, even though I had that, right? My problem is sometimes even though I know I have friends that love me, right? My problem is sometimes I feel like I don't see it. I don't see my own self-worth. Like I said, I know I'm a good person, right? I do love myself. I'm not saying I don't like myself. I do love myself, right? But as of right now, I just been struggling to see my self-worth, right? But even though I have a support system, I have friends, I still struggle. And this is why it's important for you Jehovah's Witnesses, well, for the ones that woke up, right? The ones that left the religion. This is why it's important that even though you have a support system, make sure at the end of the day, you still love yourself. Because people could tell you, oh, I love you, you're a great person, you're this and that. They could tell you that till they're blue in the face, right? But at the end of the day, if you don't believe it, then what they say is irrelevant, because it starts with you. You got to make sure that, and this is my problem. This is one thing I realized, I discovered about myself lately, right? Is that I was giving too much people power over me. Now, when I got rejected romantically from these two females early this year, right? Like I said, I known both of them for 10 plus years, right? When they rejected me, I lost my self-worth. And at the end of the day, I had to remind myself, say, you know what? Just because, well, one is a witness, so for that obvious reason, we can't be together, right? The other one didn't work out. It didn't work out for one reason or another. Anywho, but just because they don't see my self-worth, it doesn't take away from what I can still provide or give to somebody else, right? But before I give to somebody else, I have to give to me. You know, I have to look in the mirror and I have to remind myself that, hey, listen, I'm worth it. I'm important. I'm a lovable person. I'm funny. I'm a good friend, right? But it has to start with me. I can't allow other people. I can't be happy just because other people, right? Whether it's romantic, friendships, just because they're in my life, right? Because that's not true happiness. True happiness has to come within, right? Before you're happy with anybody else, you got to be happy by yourself. You got to be happy alone, right? You got to discover your self-worth. You have to. That's important. Because there's a lot of people out there that start relationships and friendships, right? But mainly relationships. There's a lot of people out there that they're lonely, so they just jump into a relationship just to be with somebody because they need somebody else to validate their self-worth, right? So I realized I was going down that slippery slope, and I said, you know what? Let me take a break. You know, maybe me being rejected by everybody, my Jehovah's Witness family, my Jehovah's Witness friends, these females, like maybe this is a blessing in disguise. Maybe this is life telling me, hey, listen, you got to be truly happy within yourself. And you need to, like I said, I need to rediscover my self-worth. You know? Now, thank God I'm not suicidal or nothing like that, right? But I have been in the past. I definitely haven't been in the past. I'm good now. But yeah, this year really reminded me why it's important to really love yourself. Because guess what? If I didn't love myself, right? Let's say I didn't love myself, and all this nonsense is happening to me, right? I lost my family. I lost my JW friends, people I know for 20 plus years, right? Me being rejected this year romantically. If I didn't love myself and all that happened, I could have ended it. I could have ended my life, right? Because it's just too much negativity. It's too much. But I know I'm a good person and I do love myself. But I just want to remind everyone who's leaving the Jehovah's Witness religion, right? Yes, it's good to have a support system. That's great. We all need that, right? But don't let those people fill in that void for your self-worth. Hope that makes sense, right? In other words, just because you have friends, you have to learn how to be happy without people. That is mandatory. That's not optional. That is mandatory. Self-worth, self-love is crucial. You need that. So with that being said, the next 30, 60 days, I'm just taking some time off from social media, from YouTube, everything, right? I mean, I'll still talk to people. If my friends want to reach out to me, of course, I'll still be here. But, yeah, I need time off. I need to do a lot of self-reflecting. And I need to find my mojo. So I lost my mojo. I lost my happiness, I guess you could say. I feel like I'm on autopilot recently. I've just been on autopilot, just working like crazy, going to the gym, trying to stay busy. But I need to be more in tune with my emotions, right? And my thoughts as well. So, like I said, after this video, I might make another video, another 1 or 2 videos, whatever. But yeah, I'm letting you guys know I'm going to be MIA for a little bit because the next 30, 60 days, I need to focus on Jerron, right? I need some me time. I need to find my worth again. But, yeah, once again, the YouTube support system has been really good. You guys have been really loving, really kind. I know we're all in the same struggle, right? But, yeah, I just want to remind you guys, right? Please make sure you love yourself. That's crucial. That's important. When you leave any high control religion, you have to love yourself because you're going to lose a lot of people, including your family. Well, a lot of us lost our families, right? So this is the time you got to be strong-minded. This is it. All right, guys. I'm going to end this video on that note. Like I said, I might make another video too in the next few days. But after that, you know, I need some time off. And I also want to encourage you guys. You guys may have to do the same thing too, right? You just, you know, it's good to have a support system. But like I said, you could have 100 people telling you they love you, you're a great person, you're this and that. But if you don't believe it, or if you struggle to believe it, right, then whatever they say might be irrelevant, right? So if you have your mojo, if you have your happiness, your self-worth, if you're strong, stay strong, right? If you're struggling, reach out to somebody if needed, right? But overall, try your very best to find that within yourselves, and that's hard. That's hard as hell. You know, when you have to dig deep down inside and just be in tune with your emotions and your thoughts, right? And keep yourself afloat. To find your self-worth, find your happiness. It's not a, you can't do that easily. It's not going to happen overnight, right? But it is essential. It's important. It's beneficial, right? So find your self-worth. And know that there's people out there that do care about you. Just want to remind you guys, I'm always here. If anybody needs to reach out, if anybody needs to talk, I'm starting to be in tune with my emotions. This is something I've never done before, right? But I'm starting to be in tune with my emotions. And us men, we struggle with this. A lot of men, we struggle with being in tune. You know, a lot of guys, they want to resort to drugs, sex, alcohol. They want to fight, right? Because they don't know how to be in tune with their emotions. All right? And it doesn't make you soft. Just because you want to, you know, express yourself, it doesn't make you a soft person, right? All right, guys. Thank you for watching this video. And I love you guys. All right? Like I said, I might make another video too. But if you don't see me for a while, just know that I'm doing all right. Know that I'm trying to hang in there. I'm trying to find my self-worth. All right? I'm trying to stay strong. All right, guys. I'll see you later.